Hello, crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. Do you like making cards for other crafty friends? Well, this is going to be a lot of fun because welcome to part 5, where we are going to take the Crafting with You stamp set and the coordinating dies and make this really fun card. All right, we're going to use the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. I have the card base made. And I'm going to share at the end of this video, stick around, I'm going to share all the other projects we made in parts 1, 2, 3, and 4, and just some other inspiration from other crafty friends. So this paper is an online exclusive paper, the Hello Irresistible. And in your workshop kit, those of you that have a kit, if you're in the US, you can be watching from anywhere. But if those of you that have a kit, you will have this paper, and you're just going to take out, I thought it would be fun to use this background, this little piece, and let's see what else. Whatever else I can find here. There's a little, we're going to use a little white. We have to get a deckled rectangle and cut that, etc., etc. All right. So let's show you where this is in the catalog. It's in the annual catalog by Stampin' Up. Okay. And it's on page 91. This is the bundle, the dies and the stamp set. Alrighty, let me get situated here. I'm really, really cold out in my she shed. My heater is working pretty well, but it's having a hard time keeping up with just change, all of a sudden change in weather. So as a result, I am trying to go live a little bit earlier, but we'll see. We will see how it works out. I'm getting out the dies for our die cutting part. I see you're here. I'll say hello to those of you that are here in just a moment. Just getting a couple more things situated. I forgot to take out the deckled rectangle that we needed. So we're just grabbing out that. I see it, and I like it. Just singing. All right, nope, I need a little bit bigger one. Finding the bigger one. Okay, so there we go. So this is the one we need. So deckled rectangle, it's this one here. Let's see how big that is. 1, 2, 3. The one that's a little bit, it's like 3.5 inches. So first we need the deckled rectangle, and then we'll cut some dies at the same time. So we got our base, to cut dies, you got your base plate number 1. You got your thin die adapter number 2. You got your bottom plate number 3. You put down your piece of cardstock. I'll just do 2 at once. I'll just do 2 of those at once. Put that in there, and then put a base plate, or put a plate number 3 on top. Here, let's cut some of these while we're at it. You know, I never like to just run it through. If I'm putting the physical energy into cutting things, I may as well cut out some extras, right? Even though I don't need those other ones. I might need them for a future kit. And then I put them into my little bucket of crafty goodness. And then I have lots of extra pieces for later. Just remember there's 2 on there, because sometimes if you forget that you have 2 dies cut at once, and then you put them on a card, and later the top one falls off, and then the bottom one's like the only one they can see. So let's get them apart, and that's good. We have 2. That's kind of artsy as well. I love these deckled rectangles. And have you guys checked out the deckled circles? Those are really fun as well. My friend sent me something with those here. My friend Kathy sent me some stuff made with the deckled circles. Aren't they fun? You can make little rocker cards. Love those. All right, so that's the deckled rectangles. Now let's talk about this one right here, the one that we're actually using for this workshop. So I'm just gonna grab out my scrap pile and see. We always want to be able to cut some extra little things, so we can cut some. These already have stickers on them. We talked about stickers. We talked about stickers another time. Like we talked about using And I'll also just use that little piece. Adhesive sheets. When I say stickers, that has an adhesive sheet on the back. That one doesn't. So we have to use glue. All I'm trying to do is show you that you can make some scissors like that. Right? And here, I can even, I don't know, probably can't go 3 layers deep. We can go that deep with our scissors. And I just want to show you that you can make little yarn. Here, with just little, let's see, little thread. Let's put the thread over here for your little spools. And I just took out a whole bunch of stuff to show you. I mean, this is so cute. Little buttons and stars. Buttons and stars and hearts. I'm just putting things on here. Look how fun this is. More hearts. Okay, and some more thread. There's just so many little fun dies in here. Okay, just pop in the lid on there. Just get your stuff, get yourself some crafty goodness for your little bucket. And then you'll have a bunch of extra stuff that you can use. Let me get rid of these. Put that over there. Crafting with you, we need. So all of those came from, I've already taken them out. There's even more. There's even more crafting with you dies. Look at, you got embroidery hoops. You got the easel we used last week. You'll get to see the basket in use. So many fun things in that bucket. So I'm saying, in my bucket that I cut out from there. See, all the little pieces. So you want to put this stuff on you want to take this stuff out and just put it into your little bucket so you have it. And then you just figure out what to use later. You just put it, well, we could put it in our tray. Okay, there's lots of little pieces. They're tiny, but they make cute little accents on your cards. So now you need a little, take your pick tool to get all these little guys out. So say they don't pop out right away. Like you could go in here, like the star one, right? And you pop it out. Cute. Oh my goodness, this is such a great fun set for crafters. Now, some of you might say, I don't know crafters. Yes, you all know crafters. Because who doesn't know somebody that sews, quilts, and all that stuff. So there's other kinds of crafters. And then, you can also, invite people to be crafters with you. Like, show them some things. Say, oh my goodness, this is my passion. Look at these cute little scissors. This is my passion. I love it. I want to show you some things. And I've done that. I've invited people over and showed them how to use some of these things. And then they became crafters. They didn't know they were crafters. They didn't know how much they'd love it until they saw these really fun tools. Like die cutting machines. And we have tools like Seamstress has, these buttons are adorable. Sewing machines. And we have little cute things too. So do a set of these in another contrasting color. See, I already have the bottom of the scissors already over here. See, oh, that one's not. So you need to make the scissors, you need 2 parts. You need it to be done, let me poke this out, in a light color. And you need to be done in a dark color because the bottom part of the scissors are darker, see? And the top part of the scissors are lighter. So, just one more. We just do one more on the top. Let's do. This one's not going to have a sticker on it. We'll just do one more. So we get the top to be lighter. Just showing you that. I already have the bottom scissors made. But what you can do, and this is a good time to do it, is because I have all these scraps. That's why I say it's a good time to do it. Is you can also put your scraps under there. More of the solid ones, though. You want more of the solid colors for the scissors. So I'm just pulling out all my pieces here and seeing what we can put. It's even fun just being creative just to, oh, there's a good piece. We'll use that for the back of the card, I think, because then the scissors will contrast. See? I'm going to use that one this time. All right. I'm just looking for a dark piece that's kind of solid for the bottom of the scissors. And I think this might work. That might work right there. Because it's kind of dark. So I'm putting it on the dark part. See, right over there, right over the top of the dark section. There we go. So now I can have some scissors that are cut 2 at once. All right, we need a paper trimmer. We're going to cut the paper trimmer out of this piece as well. move that over here. I want the paper trimmer to be kind of dark, so we're going to put that little guy over there. Okay, this little piece we're just going to cut with our trimmer. Let's take a look and see what other things we need. I already have a bunch of these things cut out. We need a paper trimmer. And we need, while we're here, we could cut out some extra little, because like I said, this is our energy we're using, right? So we're just going to, while we're pumping it through, just put some other things there. All right. That way the spools, some of them can be light in the inside and dark on the outside and vice versa. I mean, that's enough because my heart's... All right. I mean, that's enough, I think. We'll just do one more of those. And I'm going to put these little guys away for now because they're so tiny. Tiny, put them back in the case. I have a whole magnetic system for storing my dies after... Like these are dies I'm currently using, so I haven't stored them in the right way, but I need to do a video on how to store the dies. Oh, this is so fun. All right, now we're going to put that on there. So we're going to have an extra pair of scissors to create, and we're going to have a little trimmer, which I already cut out, but I really wanted to show you like how cool this interactive trimmer is. It even has a little topper and everything for your blade. All right, that one already popped out. Okay, that one doesn't pop out yet. So before you put them away, you want to pop out any pieces. Okay, so those need to be popped out. That one's good. The scissors can be put away. Okay, so fun. We want the bottom part is dark. See where I was going with that? Super cute. And the top part is light. We're going to use the ones that have stickers already on them. Putting that away. Getting the back. So let's get crafty with the scissors. But let's poke all these out first so I can get rid of these dies because I lose everything on my craft table if I don't put stuff away. So, Crafty Friends, do you know that I have a new podcast called Hello, Crafty Friends? And there's 9 episodes out so far. Every other episode's an interview episode, or I try to do that. So I have a bunch of solo episodes where I talk about my crafty business. And, of course, I plan for it to grow over time, so you're going to get to hear my journey about the crafty business. And then, follow along on the journey. Here's the little part. And then I have, so later today for us, hopefully today, and tomorrow, it's tomorrow in Guam, I'm interviewing the crafty Chamarita from Guam. She's another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who has been my friend for many, many years. And I'm so excited to interview her. And you're going to get to hear some interesting stories. So anyway, I'm going to live stream it to my YouTube channel here. It'll be nighttime for me, morning for her, because they're a day ahead. So anyway, just go to hellocraftyfriends.com and you can listen to all the previous episodes of my podcast. So hopefully you're interested in that. Now, whether you want to start a crafty business or not, you can listen to crafty stories. I mean, it's fun just learning about other crafters' journeys and having, fun. I interviewed an artist as well. Okay, this is the little piece I was talking about. That's the little piece for your trimmer that makes it interactive. I think I'm all done my die cutting. I have to sit, look at, oh, that's heavy. Look at this card one more time to see if I'm done my die cutting. Got the trimmer, got the scissors, got the spools, the thread. Okay, we have everything we need. Now we're just, that little piece, don't lose that piece. In fact, I kept losing them yesterday, so I went and put a half a dimensional on there. These are mini dimensionals, and even one dimensional won't fit, so I went and put a half dimension on there. So anyway, if you're interested in listening, just go to Hello Crafty Friends, and then you can listen to a podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcast or anything like that. But you can just listen from my website. If you don't want to go get a podcast app or you're not into the mobile phone thing, you can listen to podcasts right on my website. Just you do other things. I mean, do it while you're crafting, right? You don't just... I listen to about 20 different podcasts regularly. And I do it while I'm crafting. So they just come up in my feed. And it's just fun to listen to other... So I listen to business ones, which really help me grow Okay, what do you guys think? The dark or light for the bottom of the scissors? Do you guys like dark or light? It's going to be on this paper. It's going to contrast either way, but which one do you guys like? You can either write dark or light or just one or two. One or two. Like so. And meanwhile, I'll cut the tops. I'm going to cut the top of the scissors while you guys are thinking of that. I'm not sure where the other top is. You know what? I might use... Okay, there. I'm going to use the light scissors. I'm just looking for the other piece of them. Okay. Oh, by the way, save these. They make good little carrot noses, right? Good little carrot noses. All right. I have faith that I'm going to find the other piece. It's not inside the scissors. Did I put it up? That's one. I don't know what I did with the other. I'll pair up a pair of scissors. That one I can't use the top of because that one doesn't contrast. There it is. Yay, I found it. It looks like we're getting 1 votes. The light ones. Okay, we got a 2, 1, 1. We need a tiebreaker. We got dark, light. We got light, dark, dark, light. So we need a tiebreaker. So this is... In meantime, I can cut this piece. So you see, I'm ready. I'm ready for you, whatever you decide, because I'm going to take this off. Now, you can take it off with take your pick tool, but I like to be hands-on, and I just like to do it with my fingernails. It just works better for me. And I'm ready. I need a vote. Okay, let me say hi to you guys while you're voting. Hello, Nola. Glad you're going to catch the replay later and watch some of it now. Hello, Janet. Hello, Rose. And Joy. And Michelle. Oh, yeah, it is chilly too there, Rose. 45. Okay, mine is even less. Mine's more like Joy's temperature. Hello, Janet and Joy and Dawn. Oh, good. I'm love that you're training your eight-year-old granddaughter, Dawn. This is like she can watch my videos too. Oh my goodness, Janet, that's funny. You said your friend sent you a package from Arizona and it went to Guam. That's because it's a U.S. address. Okay, light ones. You guys voted on the light ones. Okay, there's more votes for light ones. So what I'm doing is I'm taking, this is a sticker. I took the sticker paper off. I'll show that again. And I'm just putting the sticker. You got to cut your scissors and put the sticker on top of there. Yeah, so it's a U.S. address. And one thing that's really funny that you just mentioned. So my husband, he owned an air conditioning company, right? Before he became, years ago, before he became a teacher. Anyway, he was trying to we were in Guam. That's where I met him. And he owned an air conditioning company when I met him. So we were in Guam and he ordered some parts and it got sent to Guatemala because they saw the postal code was like GUM, but somebody put GAU or something. Anyway, it went to the country of Guatemala. It took him forever to get his stuff. Like it took months to get that stuff. They had to resend it. The company who did it had to repay for everything. So now I'm taking, this is what I did. This one was a sticker sheet. If you missed how to make sticker sheets, we made little scissors in a different part of the series and we used the sticker sheets. I don't share the same techniques over again all the time. Like today, we're not going to make the card base. I already have the card base made, but there's videos on how to do all this stuff in my series. Anyway, it took him months to get his correct stuff from Guatemala. So yes, the postal system gets it wrong sometimes, but in this case, it wasn't the postal system. So what you do is you get your little pieces and then you glue them together and then we're going to put a little rhinestone in those. Oh, so cute. And now I can put my extra little scissors away. Keep your little bucket of crafty goodness with all your extra parts for each. I got these, I forget, Dollar Tree maybe? I don't know. Hobby Lobby, one of these places, I get those. And now after my whole series is over, I still keep my buckets of crafty goodness, but I change them to bags so they don't take up as much room. So right now it's in a little box. But later, after, I don't really change it all to bags. I change it to like, so this is my folder. I did a workshop series on Udemy on how to make gift card holders using this paper. Oh, these are a few little extras got in there. But this is all my paper from Hello Irresistible. So I get these folders from Hobby Lobby, these little pouches. And then what I do is I put all my extra paper in there. And then I take this and I put it in a bag, like a Ziploc baggie or something. And I put that in with my paper so that I have all my scraps and things together. So now every time I want to go to make a card with that stuff, and believe me, I use this stuff again a lot, especially my Christmassy things around craft fair time. I just pulled out 20 different kinds of retired designer series paper just to be able to do the craft fair. Because I used all Stampin' Up! Products because I'm a demonstrator. And so when I go to craft fairs and people say, oh, that paper's so cute, I say, hey, you know, I sell this paper. And then, you know, I can give out some catalogs and get some customers that way. All right, so here's what I did. I just glued them together. Now the little rhinestone will go in there. And I sent you a few rhinestones just for that occasion. We're gonna use those in a little bit. I'm just seeing if I can find. So I was using all kinds of little ribbons here. We'll pull out these little guys. It's only been a day since I pulled out absolutely everything for this card, and now it's like the stuff is disappeared in just one day. All right, so I already have the card base made. Let's go like this. Let's use the edge of whatever you have going on. Like, so we'll write down the measurements for that. But this is basically, it's an 8.5 card by 5.5, because you started with an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So this is you can get 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. Here, I'll just write it down now because I'll forget. Sometimes I forget. We're just gonna write it down now. So this is called soft seafoam. So soft. So this card, we're on part 5, soft seafoam. Later on in the comments, my team member, Janet, who's here watching, she always writes these out for me and puts it in the comments, so that's nice. So we have 8.5 by 11. I'm not by 11, sorry, by 5.5, because it's half a card. You get 2 out of 1. So soft seafoam cardstock. Okay, and then you're going to score it at 4 1/4. So I'm just draw that for you. It's going to be kind of small. So we have, okay, score at 4 1/4. All right, so that's the card. Let's throw that over there. All right, good, we got that. Now we need a little piece of, now we're going to get out a trimmer and we're going to do this really cool piece. Now you always want to contrast. So where did I come up with these colors? Soft seafoam. I came up with the color because it's part of the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. Right? That's how I came up with the color. This is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. This paper here. This layer. 5 1/4 by 4. So that's where I came up with the color. It coordinates with what we're doing. That's all. Okay. Out of that, let's see if we can find any that still works. Okay, there's one. So we're gonna put this on there. Make sure we get this all over. This is called Seal Plus adhesive. It's great stuff. Oh yeah, it's great stuff. It just ran out. Sometimes we have to go with it because I'm not gonna stop the video to go get a refill. Well, I can't stop a live stream anyway. It's like a runaway train. Can't stop it. Just use a little bit of glue. A little bit of extra glue over here since there's no rolling adhesive on that one. But anyway, Seal Plus is great. The reason I run out of it is because I use it so much. And I do have refills. The refills are cheaper than the original one. But no, by no means cheap, but when you have good adhesive and you're a professional crafter, you want to use the best stuff. And Stampin' Up! Has the best stuff. I mean, I think that adhesive is awesome. So now we're going to put this little layer. Whoops. I don't know where that's that half a dimensional that got stuck in there. Well, here, in the meantime, let me write that down. So now we're talking about Hello Irresistible paper. So that was the cardstock. Hello Irresistible is for the rest of the card. Irresistible. Oh my goodness. Am I spelling that right? There's an S here. Something like that. All right. Well, you get the idea. Hello Irresistible DSP. This is there forever. So if I spell it wrong, you guys can laugh at me forever because I don't ever plan on taking this off of YouTube. All right, so 5 1/4 by 4. I leave all mistakes on YouTube forever because crafters make mistakes and I don't really give a flying hoot. All right, so let's do this. Let's go. We're going to take this piece and I have to measure it because it matches this like so. And I don't remember what I did, so we're just going to measure it. I've already cut it, but let's see what size it was. It was 4 1/4 by 3. All right, that gives us a nice big margin. Let's write that down before I forget. 4 1/4. It's just an inch smaller than this. So you need 4 1/4 by 3. All right, that's good. I'm just grabbing out some. I'm just seeing if I have some better glue. Oh, yeah, this one's better. Better glue. Tombow glue. That's our multi-purpose glue. It's really good, but it's hard to wash off your fingers as, you know, it's really strong glue. So that's that layer. Okay, now we need to do our stamping. You're like, isn't this a stamping tutorial? What in the world? Why aren't we stamping? All right, now you need these deckled rectangles. We're going to do 2 at once, just because we always do 2 at once in this channel, because in case we make a mistake. Now you're going to take your petal pink, because why? Petal pink's a coordinating color. I can't say this enough. If you take my courses, you hear me say it like 100 times. You're like, you repeat yourself. Yes, because I still, no matter how many times I repeat myself about coordinating the colors, I still see crafters posting all the time, just random color combinations. And it's so bad on the eyes that it drives me crazy. So anyway, then you're going to tap, tap, tap. You're going to put some ink onto your little stamping block and then tap, tap, tap and ink around the edges. Just coordinate your colors. Make sure your ink, your cardstock, and your designer series paper coordinate together. Now, there are things called neutral colors. Neutral colors go with anything. So in that case, you can use neutrals wherever you want. But when they're, you know, and when I say neutrals, I'm talking like, you know, crumb cake, black, white, very vanilla, night of navy. There's a bunch of neutral colors that work with almost anything, right? So gray, you know, some grays, some basic gray. So basic gray is the best neutral color because it takes on like whatever color you put next to it. Smoky slate. So in that case, you don't need to worry so much about coordinating. But when it comes to like a bright color, this is a subtle color. You know, colors from the color collections. In colors, they kind of go well together from the collection. So think about the collection. Anything from the same collection usually goes well together. And then you have the different packs of paper. So if you're not sure what coordinates, just go on our website, look up this Hello Irresistible paper, and it'll tell you when you're buying the paper. See how we're inking up the edges, right? It'll tell you when you're buying the paper, like all the coordinating colors for that paper. And then you can coordinate it. And then your projects will just look good. They'll look better. And people will start to say to you, wow, that looks really nice. I really like that. And if you're not selling a lot of your crafts, you have to think about that could be a reason why, because I know at the beginning oops, this is what happens when you don't blob it off. At the beginning, I was doing that too. I was just going to the craft stores and being like, oh my goodness, bulk cardstock, 3 for $10. First of all, it was the cheapest cardstock in the world. I'm not even going to name the store because I'm going to get in trouble. But like, I would get packs of cardstock 3 for $10. I ended up using it all for kids' crafts. It was so flimsy, you couldn't make a card base with it. And then, you know, then I got back and I had all these colors. And then I would have all these papers that I would also get in sale, these little packs of flimsy paper. And I would start throwing the paper with the cardstock because it sort of looked like it matched. And it was not part of a collection, so it didn't really match or coordinate. And then it just, you know. And I was a good crafter at the time when I was doing that. I mean, I was still really good as far as my skill level, but my colors didn't look right. So the craft didn't look as good as it could have looked. All right, so. And I was just using Stampin' Up! Products as I'm going to open up Pretty Peacock. We're going to stamp Life is Better When You're Crafting using Pretty Peacock. Now, I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator because I wanted a discount, right? That's why I did it. And I had a full-time job at the time, so I wasn't planning on doing anything but getting a discount. That's all I was planning on doing. I'm going to put a piece of silicone rubber under there when I'm stamping like so, just to help. And then little by little, I started showing people my crafts, and then this hobby became a jobby. That's how it goes. The rest is history. You've probably heard my story. I tell it sometimes on this YouTube channel. So I'm going to get out this thing called Life is Better When You're Crafting. Now I have a she shed full of crafts, but I already did before that, actually. I already had a lot of crafts before this. So I'm going to just take this stamping block D and just kind of put it at an angle like so. Now, before you stamp onto the thing that you just got done doing all this work, you know, inking up the edges, right? Just make sure you stamp onto your paper first. Can you see that? Just get a good stamped image first. Make sure there's no little bubbles in there or something. And then get it straight. Just hold it for a few seconds. Now, lift it up. Don't go like that. Ooh, love it. Love it. It came out good. Now, don't you can lift it up and let it fall off, right? Or tap it off like so. Just don't drag it off or you'll smear your stamp. So that's that. We got Life is Better When You're Crafting. And then the only other thing I did is I put a bunch of little flowers on mine from this stamp set. I think I put back the flower. Let's see. You can put hearts on it or a flower. I just used this little flower. This little flower. And some petal pink. So let's open back up the petal pink. Let's close that. I gotta put that in my basket. So for this little flower, you're gonna just, whoops, make sure you center it onto your stamping block, flat side up. Okay, again, tap it. It's just gonna be light. I'm just doing it around there a bunch of times. I just thought it would be like a good little collage. Because this little thing was so, this piece was so big. So I was just doing that. Each time turning it a little bit. So alternate colors. But if you are going to alternate colors, use soft seafoam. Right? Soft seafoam is a good one because it's a light color. I'm just trying to use a light color. It's not so... Okay, so do something like that. You're going to cover some of these up anyway with the little trimmer and the scissors. I can't stop. I can't stop. I better stop. Okay, there you go. You get the idea. Now, normally I would say do an odd number, blah, blah, blah. Right? I usually talk about all that stuff, do an odd number of stamps. But in this case, it's a collage, so do as many as you want. So that's good. Blending brush. This is called the mini blending brush. I want to show you that. So if you want any of the products I'm sharing with you, I have color labels too. This is I do sell color labels on Etsy of every color of even retired colors are in there. But this is a big blending brush, and this is a small blending brush from Stampin' Up. Yeah, I think they come in both. Yeah, both come in 3 in a pack. Now I don't have a new blending brush for every single color, but I do. Let's see if I used dimensionals. Nope, I think I just glued that one on there. So what do you do before you do anything else? You got to do the layout. We're gonna cut the little piece of paper too, but we need the layout. We need to go like. Okay, like this, and then we need to see, I'll use the darker trimmer, and then I want to sort of, I'm gonna pop up the back of it, I think. So I want to pop up the back with dimensionals back here. But first, we're gonna attach this with dimensionals. So let's do all that, and then we can sort of lay that out. Okay, so this little trimmer is interactive, so we need a little piece of paper to go in it. So I'm going to put that little piece of paper in it before we attach the trimmer to this. Sometimes I just stick a little bit of a dimensional in the middle so it doesn't droop. It holds up the card better. Before you do that, make sure you got the card's opening the right way. Ask me how I know that. All right, now, before we put the trimmer like that, we need to put the little piece of paper through it. Oh, so cute. So all you have to do is make sure that you I think I already have a piece cut, but let's just use this piece for example. So you want to make sure your pattern's going the way you want it to go through the trimmer. That's the only little tip there. So I want the little dots of this paper because I want it to look like a pattern paper going through the trimmer. So I'm going to do 1 inch. And I just played around with the sizes. You know, do whatever you want, but I did 1 inch by 2 inch because I've seen other ones, and you're going to see some of my examples that use bigger pieces of paper. But I thought, you know, I want somebody to really know this is a trimmer. Like there'd be no doubt. Now look at this little guy. Okay, you're going to be able to go like this. Do. Isn't that cute? And you can put it through. Okay, and I put it like right there, and then I just glued it underneath. The attention to detail on this set is incredible. Now, not all the dies, this is a die that doesn't even come with a stamped image, right? There's dies that come with stamped images, and there's dies that don't in this set. So even if you're like, oh, why would I need this this die set? I have a scan and cut. Well, because this die set has stitching, right? Like stitched, it has some stitched pieces like the embroidery hoop. And that's hard to do with the scan and cut. Not saying can't be done, but just very hard to do. It doesn't do as good of a job as metal dies. Some things are just better. And then it also there's things in this set of dies that aren't, like the scissors and the trimmer, that are not, they don't go with a stamped image. They're independent little dies, and they're so cute. All right, so where's that little piece? We said I put a dimensional on it so we wouldn't lose it. And I kept telling you how many I lose. And of course, right after that, I lost it. So we don't want to have to cut another little one. We're going to just find it. Or. We may have one in my little bucket of crafty goodness. So we're just looking here. Just have to put another dimensional on it. That's all. So we're looking for the tiny little square that is at the end for the end of the trimmer. Where did you go? You know what? I wonder if it's still on the die. Nope, because we took it out. We took it off the die. So 1 second while I cut another, and I told you that would happen. And then that's why I put the dimensional on it so I wouldn't lose it. And you guys are probably laughing at me saying, it's right there, I can see it. So we're just going to put this little guy on there and run it through. Sometimes you guys can see things I can't see, like from the view that you have through the camera. Hey, I'm glad that Dawn and her granddaughter watched me together at Thanksgiving. Hello, Kathy from Backyard Stamper, and we will see you later, Joy. You come back and watch later. So much for being efficient. I was trying to get this done earlier with the little piece, and now we're going to do it again. So what I'm going to do is put this little dimensional piece. Actually, let's just try this little corner piece here. Because you got to have the little working part of the trimmer. That's what makes it so cute. When I first saw this in the catalog, I was like, there's no way I'm going to play with all those small pieces, right? And then someone gave me one, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it, love it, love it. Someone gave me a card when I went to like an event, and I was like, oh my goodness. I felt so special with all the little detail that they put into the card. And then it's like the gift that keeps on giving, because each time you look at the little craft, you see something else. I'm just trying to hide my dimensional. You don't have to pop this up. I'm just popping it up. Oops. The little trimmer should have, the little line should go. See how there's like a line on it? Then that should go vertical, I think. That's my opinion. Should go vertical. Anywho, let's try seeing if I can find my Wink of Stella. I just want that little piece to sort of stand out. So I'm putting a little glitter on that little piece there. Okay, also on the scissors, I like to put glitter on the metal pieces whenever I make scissors. We'll do that over here too. It's just a glitter brush. You can get these at my Stampin' Up store. Put glitter on everything. It just makes people happy. I mean, not loose glitter. Loose glitter does not make people happy. But glitter, brushing glitter on there makes people feel special too. It's another little detail. So what I did for this one, I believe, I did the little layout like so. Okay, I probably should have moved the paper. I'm going to have to move that up a little so it doesn't block the crafting, right? Or maybe I can even do it down here. Let's see. Nope. Nope. I'm going to have to put it up there, but I might have to put it that direction. See? Which is fine. Because the trimmer, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to cut off unless I cut the paper shorter. I like it in that direction better. I just have to cut the paper slightly shorter. You know I'm not going to do this evenly, so we're just going to try it. Come on. It's even if you don't do a long piece. Should be able to, okay, that might work. Now, good, because I want this, because I'm right-handed, I want that to be in the right direction. All right, happy with that. And then we're going to pop a few little dimensionals behind here. I'm just going to kind of put them. I don't want this to droop, so I'm going to put a couple there. Okay, and then like a big one back here to hold the back of it. Large dimensional. Now, if I were doing 2 of these at once, it wouldn't take me double the time, right? Because you saw how I was already cutting everything. So, maybe the first card takes a long time and the next card takes half the time. And then the third card is quicker because you make a bunch at once. So when you see this one swap I have, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to make that. Like people are already asking me for measurements. I need to write to the lady who did this one card for me. Anyway, you're going to be like, I'm just using glue for this. Oh, I want to make that. Well, you want to probably, if you are going to make the card, I'm going to show you later. That's like absolutely fantastic with 20 different pieces to it. You want to probably make a bunch of them at once. Now I'm just putting all these little pieces together. You make a bunch at once because that way, put that over there. How did you get back out of the package? I already had you in the package. Save time by making a bunch of things at once, is my point. I'm just trying to find some that have adhesive sheets on them so I thought some of these were stickers. All right, so bottom line is you're putting little, you're just making little things of spools of thread, et cetera, et cetera. All right, that one's a sticker. So that one's, the bottom's a sticker and the top is not. So that one's cool. We're going to just glue these. Oh, the top is a sticker. Yippee. Oh, no, it's not. Or is it? Nope, that's just the color of it. Fine, I have to use glue for the top part. Definitely use adhesive sheets whenever possible because it saves you a ton of time. And you can get your little spools together and like if you're doing something for seamstress, owner of a quilt shop or something, quilter friend, you might want to get all the little thread, little spools made first. So that was the sticker on the back of that. So I'm just going to go. Let's see. Where did I put the spool? I'm going to put the spool up there this time because I think it goes there for contrast. Okay, buttons. You're just going to watch me decorate. I don't know where I'm putting anything yet. I'm just going to, one at a time, put the little embellishments around. And then I'll put some bling on it and the card will be done. And that's how cute the card. See, I tilted. We're going to need some bling on the scissors. I tilted them a little. Heart. Okay, this one might have an adhesive sheet behind it. Yay! I like when I can just take a sticker and go like that. Makes me happy. Saves me time. Okay, got glue on the front of that. adhesive eraser. Let's put a little cutie thing down there. Where's my putty? Putty, putty, putty. There's a putty side when you have real small things to pick up on that, on the take your pick tool. All right, I'm just getting rid of all these little pieces. Okay, here's a cute little button. This little button could go up here. Getting crafty. All right, and then I'm going to put something else over there, like one of these little, I'm going to see if I have a star in a different, oh, here's a star. Yay. Okay, what would be easier, I think, is this. Stick the glue there. This is easier for me when you have tiny things. Get the putty side, go like that with the putty, and stick that into the glue. That makes it a lot neater. I don't know why I wasn't doing that the whole time. But if I had to make a lot of these, I'd be doing that the whole time. All these extra pieces are so fun. This is stuff you can do while you're watching TV. Oh, that little heart would be cute. I think that little heart might have to go somewhere. Yep, I'll put them over there. Yeah, all the little pieces you can put together while you're watching TV like that. You know, stick them on. Stick the little spools of thread together, etc., etc. All right, let's find the bling. Okay, so for the scissors, I'm just using a rhinestone like so. Just a regular old rhinestone. I put 3 in your pack because it was an afterthought. I had already made all the packets and my mom had already done all your embellishments, or I had already done all your embellishments, and then I realized how cute it would be with the little tiny rhinestones on the scissors. So last minute, I added tiny rhinestones to your pack. Okay, now if you can't find the tiny rhinestones, they're in with your Hello Irresistible paper. That's where I put them. I just put a few. So that's what they're for, the middle of the scissors. Now you also have these other rhinestones. It's fine sparkle adhesive back gems. And I thought the silver and the gold would look nice on here. So you're just going to plop a few of those on here. The black was a little bit dark for this kind of theme. So we're just going to pop a few like so. Here, we'll put this one. Let's see. I don't want it to be directly above that one. Maybe over here somewhere. I'm going to put it right there. So there you go. So you have 3 of these. Fine sparkle adhesive back gems. You have 1 rhinestone on your scissors. You have all the stamping and the brushing. And you have all the little details of your trimmer. Each card is slightly different. And, you know, I like the scissors angled a bit better over like that than I did on the first card. But they're pretty much the same card either way. So let's see if we have any other measurements. Right, I was just going to write down this little paper. It was 2 inches by 1 inch for the trimmer DSP. So the DSP for inside your trimmer. Designer Series paper, that stands for. So that's the only other measurement you need. Get your little screenshot of that before here, I'll zoom in. And then I'm going to grab all the projects. I'm going to shut this, though, so I don't want to lose my little guys. Okay, zooming back out. How did I keep that clean? That never happens. All right. This is what we've made in no particular order. I guess I'll show you the Hello Irresistible one first, because even though we made this a while back, it's a similar card in that it uses the same kind of Designer Series paper, so you can see how themes matter, right? Like the color scheme. So this is another Hello Irresistible card, but it uses a Calypso coral background. In that card, we made a little basket with the designer series paper, and we put some yarn inside that we stamped with soft sea foam. So if you want to see this tutorial, this is on my YouTube channel as part of this series. There's an embroidery hoop. The embroidery hoop I haven't been using, right? The outside of the hoop I haven't been using, I'm saying. But the inside of the embroidery hoop die makes this really fun little stitched shape for you that you can use for all your crafts. So that's pretty amazing. And then, of course, little spools of thread. You can see it's my style. Like, see, you could tell almost when you look at a card, like the same person who made this card made this card. So, I mean, feel free to use the design all you want. But what I'm saying is, it's kind of like, I didn't really notice until I just put them next to each other. It's like, that is a style that I kind of go by. Everybody's a different kind of crafter. So, like, we each have our own little signature style. And, yeah, maybe we over-embellish sometimes, but that's all good. Okay, the next two cards I'm going to show you from this series were made with the same paper. And this paper is called Meandering Meadows paper. So you have a whole different color scheme than these ones. You have your crushed curry background. We did the little artist template palette there with the You Inspire Me with the fun scene background with the little artist brushes in the corner. I'll show you the card that inspired me to make this card. Some really frayed ribbon. You guys said you liked the frayed ribbon better than my initial ribbon. And some different embellishments and, you know, some glitter on the painting. Okay. Now, these were note cards, but we still use Meandering Meadows, believe it or not. This is Meandering Meadows paper. It doesn't look like it. It almost looks like this paper over there, but it's not. It's actually the Meandering Meadows paper. Because one of this was like the sky. And then you use that same technique of stamping the whole background. A little sewing machine. So it's like with love. This is a little note card. And the inside of the note card is also stamped. These are called craft note cards and envelopes. And that's a little set of those. Now this paper here, so those two are made with that. Now this paper here is called Garden Walk. And this also came in your workshop kit. Some Garden Walk Designer Series paper. And in this case, again, we used the coordinating colors. Pretty Peacock. But this time we inked up with Wild Wheat because Wild Wheat is that color that's inside there, the tiny flowers. And we also inked up a basket. We also used ribbon on the card. We used some of the glimmer paper. We layered it up with vellum in the background. So hopefully that inspires you to do something with that type of paper that came in your kit. So these are all the cards we made so far. And we made this one with the Meandering Meadows. We made this treat bag the day that we made the note cards. So this is completely different look. I was going for the blueberry bushel. That's why I used blueberry bushel ink here. And it kind of matched the M&Ms in your peekaboo treat bags. These bags stand up. They have a little stand up in the bottom. And you have peekaboo treat bags in your kit, or at least one. And then I think in my card club, you have the other one. So you can make two bags. In my card club, we didn't use the peekaboo treat bag, but I put one in with your card club. So if you got the workshop kit and the card club, you can make two peekaboo treat bags. One in craft and one in white. All right, so now I have this ready for something else. I guess I don't know what that is for. Now I'm going to show you some other cards made with this bundle. Now this, you're going to see why I'm saving these little Stampin' Up things from now on from my little packages because I think that's a cute idea. So this one I made during the shoebox swap. All the little pieces of scissors were cut for me, and all I had to do was put this card together when I was in North Carolina at an event. It was so fun to put this card together. And that's when I fell in love with the little rhinestone and the scissors and how cute that looks. And this is just one of the little tags. So that's really fun. Okay, this is a card from my friend Kathy, and she did the little artist thing in the background, and then she has the inside where it says You Inspire Me. So this card inspired me to make this card. And I changed up the size so we could use one piece of paper. We used one 6x6 designer series paper for this piece. So that's why I changed up the design. Plus, I had to use a different background because, and this is a good thing too, sending a handmade hug is a good thing to put in the back of your cards. I had to put, for my designs, when I send you stuff, I have to use what I sent you when I make the cards, which actually is fun for me because after I make my kit, I don't always have all the designs made yet. They might just be in my head or not even in my head yet when I send the kit out. So, like, it's great for me because I'm limited to the supplies I sent you for my designs, which makes it more creative and fun for me to have to limit myself on what I can use to design with. Believe it, you would think it'd be the other way around, but I like having a design limit in my head of I have to use these supplies to make something. Life is better when you're crafting. This was, again, a shoebox swap. I believe I just made this. We haven't used that little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine stamp yet, but maybe we could sort of case this card or do something like it for the very last project for this series. I didn't finish the last project of the series yet because I think it's going to be a shaker card of some kind. Shaker project of some kind. That's what I still have to do. It might be November by the time I do it, but we're going to finish the series out with a shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Okay, we'll show you this one. We'll show you that one last. Okay, these two are from Kathy Schmidt, a Backyard Stamper. She's on here right now. Okay, who is that one from? Oh, that one's Kathy. That's another bag for Kathy. She's the one that made this card and the two cards I'm about to show you. And then this one was made by Charlene. And then I have two more things to show you by other people. Okay, so that I couldn't show you before. I didn't want to show you this before because it was a surprise for my team, and now I can show you. But you haven't seen this. Two things I'm about to show you haven't seen, but this one you've seen before if you've been watching the series. Okay, a pinwheel card. A pinwheel tower card. I always, every time I forget the name of this darn thing. It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. Because look how fun. You can stand it up and turn it around. It's a little work of art. So you have the little trimmer. Life is better when you're crafting. Stamped right onto Designer Series paper and the scissors. Next panel. Sending you a handmade hug with a basket of yarn with a place to write your sentiment. Next panel. A sewing room. Did you know that the easel can become a table for the sewing machine? How cool is that? With a button, like you're sewing the blanket or something with the little button and the strip. I mean, how awesome. Bucket of yarn. This is what I'm saying. Do all this stuff, or bucket of thread, I mean. Put all your little things in your little case and glue them together. And you'll have inspiration. So you'll have, be able to just put all those little pieces on your thing. And then you could do a little easel with the little flowers on it and make an artist one. So you see, you can have 4 different, this could be 4 cards. Okay? And that's a tarot card. I have an extra one here. All right, let's see. The last card is no, I don't know what? I decided I wasn't putting them back in the bags because it was too hard to get back in the bag. All right, this last one is fantastic. Well, it's not the last one. It's just the last one that you've seen before. Now I have 2 that you haven't seen before, 2 little projects you haven't seen before. So this project was a 3D swap, meaning I brought what is it called? Little paper purses with me for my 3D swap when I went to South Carolina last summer for this event. And Charlene went all out, and she won the award for the best 3D swap. I mean, can you imagine? Look at this thing. Where's she at? I'm trying to find her. I'm trying to find her card. Charlene Juhas. But her card's around here somewhere. It fell out of something. But anywho, there's a little easel that stands out. And then she did all this paint splattering and embossing for the background there. And then she has You Inspire Me with the sewing machine and the basket of yarn. Okay, that's one panel. The whole thing goes like this, like so. And then you have this little, I will be decorating my craft room with this. This is one swap that is not getting swapped again. Okay, and then this side's completely different, like a little office. You have your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You got Stampin' Up. You got a little thank you card that's even 3D with the little flowers on it. I love how she put the pearls inside the flowers. Look at the detail in here. She made a spool of ribbon with the little linen thread coming out. She put all little stars and hearts. She put 4 little rhinestones there. And there's the Stampin' Up. And that's why I told you I was saving somewhere in this little bag. I was saving the little pieces. So when you have your little gems, like this, you have the little Stampin' Up logo on them. And I'm saving them because I think that looks cute on the trimmer. And you can put the ruler on the edge of your trimmer too. It didn't fit in this card. I didn't use the ruler. I probably won't use the ruler in the series, but see how you can, the ruler is an extension of your trimmer. That really has, your trimmer really has that. See? Isn't that cool? Well, you could just put a ruler in there anyway. And life is better when you're crafting with all the cute little yarn and embossed front. So that is your inspiration for that. All right, now a couple other projects. So this one was a bag that I got it from my friend Jenny at the swap. And she gave us, or not the swap, the event last summer because we ran the event together. We gave each other little fun things. Or she could have given it to me at On Stage. Maybe she gave it to me at On Stage. I think in the summer she gave me this other bag. Yeah, she gave me a different bag. I'm not going to show the other bag because it's made with something else. All right, but this is a bag she gave me. So she got these on Amazon. So I'll put these in my Amazon store. There's a link to my Amazon store in the description. So anytime you shop at Amazon, if you please use my link to the Amazon store, you can get referred to products that I use. So these are little mailing envelopes. Isn't that cute? And then these are little stickers, Happy Mail stickers and Happy Mail stickers. So I'll put links to all these stickers. Happy Mail, and Do Not Bend or Fold. Anyway, look at how cute this bag is. You inspire me. Isn't that cute with the little heart? I'm not sure which. Do you guys know where the heart came from? Maybe one of you know where the heart came from. This is from Crafting With You. And then little fun succulent push pins. I mean, how adorable is this whole bag? And look at this. This is made with a 12 by 12. I don't know where this one must have been on. I think this was like she pinned them on. So what a fun gift bag full of crafty goodness for your crafty friends. All right, and then the last thing is, you're going to love this. So I had this team awards and recognition ceremony coming up, and so I didn't show you this one before, but this was one of my swaps. And she put a little cute little tag on it. So what I did is, after she made this for me, I loved it so much, I hired her, another fellow demonstrator. I'm like, will you please make these for my team? I did pay her, of course. I didn't just like, I don't use and abuse people when they ask for their time. They do get compensated, but she agreed. And her name is Vicki Sewell. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Vicki Sewell. Or Sewell. Sewell? Sewell. So Vicki made these for my team to get the team members that had like this recognition for sales and team building and overall nominations from other team members and like overall goodness, rising stars, helpers, the ones who do philanthropy and, you know, different things. I got these for some of my team. This is so cool. So she gave this out in Backstage Vegas. Look how cool this is. I mean, the reason I love it is she cut the cardstock and then she did these labels. Now, I label everything too, but this is like over-the-top awesome labeling. Like, I thought I was a labeler. I thought I was frenetic about labeling. But the fact that she did all this, and so I was like, oh my gosh, my team would love these, especially my business builders, because they can bring this to like a workshop and see all the amazing colors Stampin' Up! Has. And she did it, by the way, I organize things too. I organize by family of colors. Like I do, you know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, brown. So this is so cool. And it's on a big ring. Now, I couldn't find rings as big, but I went to Walmart and I found a package, a variety of rings like this, because you have to have a ring that opens up. And I gave everybody a keychain to put it on. But I didn't find ones quite this big, but I found ones pretty big. Oh, I just can't stop. I mean, you could cut this apart and use it for crafting, but it's more just your samples of trying to coordinate. So just for example, here, let's stop here. You know, when you're trying to see, does something go with that? You can use it just like you would when you're doing painting on your wall, except this is a crafter one. So I saved a couple for my prizes for that event. So if somebody didn't get one, they still have a chance to win one of these. You know, because I just love this so much. So, you know, you could do this too. It's a lot of work. But again, we talk about economy of scale a lot on my channel and my podcast. When you do things and mass produce something, it's more efficient because she already had the labels and the sizes and the method. So it was faster, right? Faster for her to do it than for me to do it because of the way that, and she even put her little business card on the back, which is awesome. So now my whole team knows where to get more for their teams, because my team, there's 81 of us, but some of them have teams of their own, and they might want to make these and give these to their own team. Anyway, just to be inspired, hopefully that inspired you. All of these projects. And like I said, we have one more shaker project, and then we round up the month. Now, there's no workshop series in December, but what's coming up, I'm just going to end with, you know, that. What's coming up on my channel is, and I'll announce it, is a designer series paper share. In December, you can register, and I'll send the paper out in January with the new Celebration paper sampler if you want to add that on, and deluxe paper share, regular paper share. Celebration Card Club, which will be registered in December. January and February is the new Celebration. Okay. Just, sneak peek. These are some things coming out in the new catalog. Super cute. You can order this in January. The Be My Valentine. So yeah, there's a lot going on. New Celebration, new catalog coming out. And my card club this month is using whale watching. And not this month, but in December. So we'll be making whale cards soon. And you have a really cool kit coming. And you're even going to get some wave paper that's retired. So, we're going to use current paper for our projects. But we're going to have one bonus project or one bonus paper that you get in your thing. And a surprise gift. So if you can still sign up until the 10th of December to be part of this whale watching card club in December. That's all we're doing in December besides getting ready for celebration and things like that. All right, that's all for now. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great day. And we'll see you again real soon. Sorry if I forgot to say hi to everybody. Like, I see Linda. I see RU. Repeat 2 and Dawn. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.